Hey everyone, it's Josh here. If you've been looking for a way to build your own apps and websites but don't have any coding experience, well, this video is for you. Today we're going to be going over 7 no-code and AI tools that will help you build, design, and automate your own apps and websites with no coding experience necessary. But before we get into it, I do want to give a quick shout out to our AI newsletter, Neural Frontier. Neural Frontier is an AI newsletter that we publish weekly here, and it has all the latest AI news, tools, tips and tricks, and everything that you're going to need to stay updated in the growing race with AI. So if you're interested in that sort of thing, I'll leave a link to it down in the description below. But with that being said, let's get into the video showing you 7 no-code and AI tools to build your own websites and apps. Let's get into it. All right, so the first one up on our list here is called Softer, and it claims that you can build custom apps for your business fast. Turn your spreadsheets and databases into client portals and internal tools. No code required. We scroll here, we can see that there's a quick demo where we have our data, so we can turn it into a Softer app. So literally what we do is we go and add our block and then pick the layout that we want. No code necessary. We go and select what data source we want. They accept Airtable and a bunch of others. We go and set up our base, add our images, headings, set it to our own data. For example, for this image, we can choose the image from our database, and we can automatically start to design their templates with our own data. We don't need to have any coding experience at all. Let's try another one here. We can go through, and for the heading, we can go and again, we're just selecting things from our actual database, and we can go through and just add it to make it as customized as we want it to be. Softer allows you to build client portals, internal tools, community hubs, and it connects with a ton of different database options. So it doesn't matter where your data is located. Google Sheets, Airtable, BigQuery, doesn't matter. It can connect to it. And because Softer is made to be a no-code tool, you can just build it yourself with building blocks with no coding experience necessary. All you need to have is the data that Softer can connect to, and automatically, by connecting it to the templates, you can start to build your own apps and websites with no coding experience. Overall, it's a cool way that you can start to build your own custom apps for your business with no coding experience necessary. Now, with that being said, let's get on to our second one. Next up on our list here is Loco, spelled L-O-C-O. And it again allows you to build the custom app your business needs in minutes. The fastest way to create custom internal tools, client portals, and CRMs. Now, Loco works very similarly to how Softer works in that it allows you to build custom websites and apps from just simply databases. If we scroll through here, we can see that it's trusted by leading companies. It allows you to give your team the tools they need, and it has custom apps powered by your data. So as we can see here, you could use their internal tables, or you can use any one of the major databases out there. You can use Airtable, SmartSuite, Google Sheets, whichever one you want to choose. But it will allow you to actually build these apps and websites with no coding experience necessary. Build the app you need with powerful components. It has tons of templates and layouts that you can simply connect your data to build and design custom websites and apps with, again, no coding experience. A cool thing about this too is that because Loco is such a big application, you can literally integrate your app with thousands of others. Document, Docs Automator, MySQL, Vimeo, YouTube, you name it. Overall, it's another really cool tool that allows you to build those apps and websites with no coding experience, all by simply hooking up your custom database of your choice. Next up here is a really cool application called Buzzy, and it allows you to build an app or website in minutes simply by entering your own prompt or using an example prompt. So for example, we're going to use their example prompt and just simply say, create a recipe review app that allows users to read recipes and leave reviews in the recipes. We'll say continue here. And then you got to enter your email, and it'll actually create a free Buzzy account and send you the link to your app, all from simply typing in a prompt. If we scroll down here, we can see what Buzzy is about and how you can simplify your app development. Combining ChatGPT and AI, it effortlessly generates custom apps and websites. Buzzy essentially combines AI and ChatGPT. So especially if you're used to the ChatGPT prompt-based inputs, you're gonna get on really well with using Buzzy to build your own apps and websites. As you can see from the teaser here, it actually just allows you to simply type in what kind of recipe app you want. You have the Figma screens for both mobile and desktop, and can customize it continuously to make and design the application that you want with no coding experience necessary. This is also going to be a really useful tool for those of you working with Figma and knowing how to actually edit components, because everything that it generates is editable in Figma, which is going to make the workflow process really easy for you. Now next up here, keeping on with our theme of designing user interfaces that are editable in Figma just from typing in a few prompts, this is Galileo AI, which also allows you to generate interface designs at lightning speed. I can literally type in any prompt that I want here and get a user interface generated from me instantly. Galileo AI is really simple to use. I can simply type in a prompt like recipe social media to share recipes with my friends. Very simple. Hit generate here, and Galileo bot will automatically begin working on the design. And before it actually goes ahead and just generates these user interfaces, it'll actually ask a few more clarifying questions to actually understand what I want. Or if your prompt is clear enough, as you can see here, it automatically generated the design that we asked for. A recipe social media app to share recipes with our friends. We can see we have an eggplant parmesan by Alice with some likes, comments, shares. We have banana bread by Bob, looking very delicious there. We have home, trending, post, activity, profile. And if I want to go ahead and simply bring this over to Figma, all I can do is hit this Figma button here on the right, and it'll automatically jump over there to have fully editable components for me. Or if you are interested in the code that is actually behind the user interface that was just generated for you, you can actually see here it creates a basic HTML code document with all the details that you can find with the text, headings, images, etc. And the cool thing about Galileo AI too is the fact that you can simply go and edit it based on prompts. Say for example, I looked at this and I said, this is all right, this is a good starting point, but I don't really want there to be a search icon up here, and I really think these images should be smaller, and maybe they should attach a few images to the recipe. Doesn't matter. You can simply go down to the bottom, make the necessary adjustments, and it'll automatically generate a new user interface for you. If you're someone who struggles with generating user interface designs, this application is definitely a great way to give you editable user interfaces in Figma, all in a matter of minutes. Continuing on, very similarly to what we just talked about, is Reloom. Websites designed and built faster with AI, using AI as your design ally, not a replacement, which is something that I can get behind. All by describing what you want in a sentence or two, you can generate multiple sitemaps, which talk about what components, headers, links are going to be actually featured in your website or app. You can actually generate the user experience wireframes, and even a style guide highlighting the text, headings, font families, colors, and more. So you get a full vision of what your app branding is, as well as your app interface, all from just typing in a couple sentences. As you can see here, you type in a prompt and it automatically will have all that stuff generated for you right off the bat. You can make as many adjustments as you want to, have multiple people work on the same document at the same time, which is really great for teams, and make all the necessary adjustments on new sitemaps. You can have as many as you want. You can then take that sitemap and automatically convert it into wireframes when you want, with images, text, and the ability to actually change how it looks after the user interface is generated is something that I can really get behind. Because obviously having AI generate things is great, but if you don't have the customization options, what's the point? But this actually offers that with sitemap to wireframes. And for those of you that are design enthusiasts out there, you'll be happy to know that the Reloom library uses thousands of components from Figma and Webflow to automatically build these user interfaces for you using AI. All in all, Reloom is a very cool tool for generating user interfaces for you to design and build with AI, and just a few prompts. All right, coming in at number 6 is Framer. Framer is the web builder for stunning sites with no coding experience necessary. It allows you to design beautiful, responsive sites with an intuitive interface. I can simply move this text around to go wherever I want it to go. And on the right here, you can see all the CSS details that you would typically adjust as a developer, but you can simply do it from this nice, handy side menu here with no coding experience necessary. Framer also has tons of cool templates, so you can literally design in minutes and publish sites in seconds. This is good for people who don't have design experience as well as coding experience and just want to get a website up that looks pretty clean. You can have the ability to just simply pick out a template, make the necessary changes to make it yours, and have it up in minutes and then published in seconds. Just like the other apps on our list that we've talked about so far, it's really good for collaborative efforts. So if you're going to need to be building a website as a team, this has all the tools you'll need built right in. These layouts and breakpoints really allow you to make the customization necessary without sacrificing too much in the name of using a no-code tool. It's also got things like plugins, SEO and performance, built-in CMS, and AI tools so that you can build and customize your own website and get it published in minutes, all by using Framer. Overall, it's a really great platform to get started on, especially if you have no coding experience and want to get started building your own websites. All right, last up on our list is one of my favorite applications of all time that I use literally daily, and it's called Zapier. Now Zapier, while it does offer website options, the main source of value that you're going to get from this application is the actual automation portion of things. This connects to thousands and thousands of other web apps and companies and applications that allow you to build and design your own automations and workflows so you can simplify your life so easily. It allows you to, as they say, automate as fast as you can type. You can connect it so that when an email comes in, you put something to a database, and then you update something on your website, and then you update something in your CRM. With Zapier, you can take what otherwise would be a cluttered workspace and make it so simplified and streamlined. Their automation tools are some of the best in the business. Say, for example, you can collect leads in an interface form that you can automatically build using Zapier. Then you can add that lead to a tracker in tables, then trigger a zap from a button. Then add the contact in Salesforce and to an email nurture campaign. You can do so many things from just one action. If something is triggered, say somebody likes your post on social media. If you've ever wondered how those Instagram influencers who say, oh, DM me this word for the next steps, are automatically able to respond to you as soon as you DM them, that's because of tools like Zapier. The ability to take a trigger, like for example, someone DMing you a very specific word in your Instagram DMs, and automatically start a whole chain of events behind the scenes that you don't even see to get started, is all because of tools like Zapier and the automations that you can create with it. But Zapier isn't 100% automations, although automations is, in my opinion personally, the best value you're going to get out of Zapier. You can also build interfaces, such as the forms that would kick off your Zapier automations. You can build tables automatically to store, edit, and move data with a database, built for automations, and chatbots. Yeah, that's right. You can build AI chatbots with Zapier automatically, and if you even want to, integrate them onto your own website with your own branding. That's pretty cool. And because it's so customizable, it doesn't really matter if you want to have AI automations, lead management, sales, marketing, support, finance, HR. You can really do so many things with Zapier and automate and save yourself so much time. And Zapier is, as you might have guessed it, a completely no-code tool. I've been using Zapier for years, and I have never once had to actually go through the process of typing in code manually to get something to work. And it's saved me literally thousands of hours. I guarantee you that if you're using a computer for any sort of business, there is somewhere that you could be saving yourself time by creating a Zapier automation. It's that simple. And that's it. Pretty simple, right? With these 7 tools in your toolkit, you can get started building custom websites, applications, and more, all with no coding experience necessary. That's all from me. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, my name is Josh Mountain, and I'll see you in the next one.